story. Please, come here, please.
Oh, all right. How could I possibly resist that face? Come to think of it, I have a very special story for you tonight, Alouette. Once upon a time, in a place not so far away, in a time not so very long ago, there lived a little girl named Alouette.
Where are you? Hi, I found you. Oh, pardon, monsieur. You see, I was just playing with my friend.
That's quite all right, mademoiselle. Just be careful or you'll run into the river. Rather than a stranger's pardon, you may ask.
I could never run into the river. It gives itself away too easily.
Oh? How so?
It's always laughing.
I see. Well, I'd best be off. Bonne journée, mademoiselle.
Monsieur, you dropped your watch. Monsieur? Monsieur, you dropped your watch.
Oh. Merci, mademoiselle. And who do I have the honor of thanking?
Alouette.
Alouette. Of course.
Pardon, monsieur?
Your name suits you, little lark. Forgive me, I have not given you mine. Armel Renard, at your service. Thank you for returning the watch to me, my dear. It's quite special to me.
Well, if it's so important, you should be more careful with it. And what makes it so special?
See for yourself.
And that's a very fine watch, but it's no different from the others I've seen.
Keep looking.
It's running backwards. Monsieur, I think your watch is broken.
I assure you, it's working quite perfectly.
Is it magic?
No more than any other watch I've come across. The watchmaker just put the gears in backwards when he made it.
By mistake?
Quite on purpose, actually.
But you checked your watch when I ran into you by the river. Surely you weren't checking the time.
No. You wouldn't understand.
You're saying that just because I'm a little girl...
No, not at all. I hardly understand it myself. You see, it's strange. Like I've met you before. I looked at my watch because I thought it might help me remember.
Did it help?
No. Though I do think I understand the watch a little better now.
I'm sorry, monsieur, but I don't remember meeting you before.
Of course. My mistake. Bonne journée, mademoiselle.
Bonjour. Is this your garden?
Well, yes. It is.
It's very beautiful.
Perhaps it's laughing back at the river. Runs through the garden here. You may come and go and look at it again if you like. Should have someone appreciate its beauty.
Merci, monsieur. I'm sure I will like it very much.
Well, very well. I'm very glad we met, and I hope to see you again soon. Bonne journée, mademoiselle.
Was it a beautiful garden, grand-mère?
Oh, it was the most beautiful garden ever.
So she went back then, like Monsieur Armel said she could?
Yes, she went back many times. But that would take much too long to tell the whole story tonight. Now it's time you must go to sleep.
You can't stop there. It's such a lovely story. Please, just a little bit more. Please.
Oh, I suppose I could go on a little bit longer. Now let me see. When Alouette returned to the garden, she wasn't actually sure she should be there. She cautiously opened the gate and closed it behind her.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Oh, bonjour, monsieur. I didn't mean to intrude. I was just...
No problem. As I said, you're welcome to come and go as you like. I only came to see if you'd like to join me for a spot of tea. I went into town and got some sweet fruits and nuts and some chocolate. It's more than I can eat myself.
That's very kind. I am a bit hungry.
Please, come in.
Merci. Pardon, monsieur, but what good does it do you to have a watch that doesn't tell you the time?
It tells you something more important than how many minutes or hours have gone by in a day. Time runs fast and stands still, or even backwards. But it can't be contained into a watch. This helps me remember that. Helps me keep perspective.
I still find it very strange.
Think what you like. So, I hope you found your friends after you ran off yesterday.
What? Oh, yes. Well, the game was quite over by the time I got back.
I expect so. Did nobody think you'd gotten lost?
No. I'm always disappearing off to one place or another, so I suppose it seems natural that I should slip off. I've never missed much.
What about your parents?
Oh, well, I don't have any parents.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Who looks after you then?
I lived at the boarding school.
You like it there?
It wouldn't be such a bad place, really, if it weren't for all the classes we have to take. That's why I like some the best. I can read for as long as I want and no one minds. There's nothing to be learned in our lessons anyway. And to me, there's more to be learned out in the world. But I learned a long time ago, you can't go telling that and that. Oh, I almost forgot I was talking to an adult. I mean, you're not like them. Now I've gone and said too much again.
No. You're welcome to share with me whatever you like. I wanted to make sure you felt comfortable, is all. So, please, tell me a little bit more.
Well, I'm never caught on my adventures because I'm super careful. And everyone at school already thinks I'm strange, so I suppose it seems natural that I should slip off every now and then. As I said before, I've never missed much.
I take it you like my garden.
Oh yes, it's so peaceful there yet so alive. I feel as though I can really hear myself think. It's so hard to hear one's thoughts when they're all locked up inside walls.
You're very wise for your age. How old are you?
I'll be 13 next month.
You must come back on this birthday of yours. I'll give you a present.
Merci, monsieur. But I should very much like to come back before then, if it's not a bother.
Of course, you're always welcome here.
You've been very kind, but I really should be going. I do want to spend some time in your garden before I leave, and I can't have the teachers starting to worry over me.
Of course not.
Thank you for the chocolate.
Thank you for the pleasure of your company. Bonjour.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
I love that song.
I didn't know anyone else was here.
Well, what's your name?
Alouette.
I'm Eloi. I take care of the garden for Monsieur.
It's very nice to meet you.
Have you ever been to the sea?
I'm sorry?
The sea. They say the river runs right into it. It's my dream to follow it there one day.
I've never been to the sea, but I am quite fond of the river.
So am I. It always seems to be laughing.
Yes.
That's much better. I think the river is so much happier when someone's laughing with it.
Monsieur said that's why the garden's so beautiful, because it's laughing back at the river.
Well, that's part of it. But the flowers also need someone to sing to them every day. How do you know Monsieur?
I ran into him by the river, and then I returned him his watch after he dropped it. He said I could come to the garden whenever I like, as a thank you, I suppose.
Oh. Well, I dare say you need more than just Monsieur saying so if you hope to come to the garden as you please.
Oh?
Well, who do you think minds the garden and sings to the flowers every day? I take care of this garden, so I know it better than him. And that means I get to say if you can come and go too. Though, seeing as you've already contributed to today's singing, I'll grant your coming and going as you like. But you should probably ask permission from the flowers themselves.
Very well.
And? What do the flowers have to say?
Well, she said she liked your singing. My dancing was better. So, I have permission to come to the garden.
Very well. They don't always take to strangers so kindly. I can't blame them for liking your dancing. I don't do much dancing in the garden here alone.
Well, you ought to. You're not all that bad. And don't be so scared of looking silly.
Not all that bad, huh? Well, I'll take that as a compliment. So you're going to come back to the garden?
Oh, yes.
Very well. And we'll meet again soon.
Bonjour, Alouette.
Bonjour, monsieur.
I see you're enjoying the weather.
Oui, oui. It is a lovely day.
Alouette. There's a young lady, Mademoiselle Alouette. I've given her free rein to come and go in the garden as she pleases. Would you please see that she's looked after? Just taken care of.
Of course, monsieur.
All right. Well, then, back to your gardening.
Monsieur.
Mama. Alouette. Mama?
No, it's me.
Mama. Where's Mama?
Oh, shh. It was just a bad dream.
I want Mama.
Well, hush now. We'll have none of that. You know your mama is no longer with us.
No.
Here now. It's been 3 years. That's long enough. And we still have each other.
Mère,
Oui?
why did you stop telling the story?
Because you fell asleep.
But the story wasn't over. I want to know what happens next. Did she see Alouette again?
Well, yes. Now let me see, where was I? Oh yes. Alouette was sitting by the riverbank, dangling his bare feet in the water.
Bonjour, Alouette. May I join you?
Oui. Please do. So, what shall we talk about today?
Anything really, as long as it's not too important.
The water sure feels nice.
Oh yes. so small here.
What is?
The river. You could walk right through it and barely get your knees wet. But down there, way down there, they get so big you have to build whole bridges over them. Otherwise, you just get swept off if you tried to cross them.
I hadn't thought about that before. Where all the extra water comes from.
There are a whole bunch of little rivers, and they join together to make one big river. And that big river goes off to the sea. Didn't you know?
Well, I knew they went off to the sea, but all that about the little rivers joining up, I just never really thought about it. Like I said, I never really went to proper class all that much.
I didn't learn about it in school. I read about it in my book. I suppose if they did teach us about rivers in school, I'd pay more attention. It's all just readings and writings and math.
Well, they ought to. They teach you about rivers, I mean. But then I suppose if they did, they'd be worried that you start thinking too much.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, if they teach you about rivers, then pretty soon you're thinking about rivers. Then you're realizing exactly what it is they don't want you to know.
What?
The river gets to choose and change its own course. It doesn't have to obey anyone, it's free.
Oh.
What's so funny?
No, I was just thinking what Monsieur Mel would think of our conversation. But how could he know? I doubt he's ever sat with the rivers running through his toes.
Well, I dare say you're right about that. But he's a good man, though. Although I am kind of perplexed about why he has a garden that he never even bothers coming to. Are you hungry?
Oui, merci.
I hear the best peaches in all of France are grown right here on the coast. Of course, these are just the ones from the garden and the tree. If you wanted the really good ones, you'd have to go out to the beach. I bet it's not even that far. Maybe a 1 or 2 day walk at most. I once had an uncle who said he was going to come visit. He got here in a day. I mean, he had a car, but...
I'm quite sure that I said I don't want to talk about anything too important.
No, it's not important. Just daydreams is all. I mean, what would I go out to the coast for anyway?
Sometimes you don't need a reason. Thank you for the beach.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Was that Mademoiselle Alouette you were sitting here with just a moment ago?
Oui. I gave her one of the peaches from the tree.
I see you kept one for yourself.
Ah. You've always been very generous with the tree's fruits, monsieur.
Did I not tell you to look after her?
That was my only intention, monsieur.
I didn't expect her to see the river so closely, with her feet dangling in it. She can't. You can't allow her to get dirty like that. She's a lady and must be treated as such. But perhaps I ought to have been more clear about my instructions.
Perhaps you want to try sticking your feet in the river. Monsieur.
Alouette returned to Monsieur Amel's house on her 13th birthday to receive the gift he had promised her. She knew nothing of what had passed between Alouette and Monsieur. She only knew it was a beautiful spring day and it belonged to her.
Bonjour, Alouette.
Oh, bonjour, au revoir. How are you today?
Quite well. And yourself?
I'm wonderful. Today's my birthday, and Monsieur Mel has promised me a present.
Well, I hope that you will accept my present as well.
Of course. Thank you.
Go on. You don't want to be late.
Of course.
Alouette. Happy birthday.
come in, little lark. Happy birthday. I hope you're enjoying it so far.
Oh, yes.
What a lovely flower. Shall we put in some water?
No! I mean, I'd like to keep it with me, please.
Very well. I didn't mean to upset you. You've arrived just in time. The tea is hot. Please, come in.
I see. Did you say you had a present for me?
A little impatient, are we? But yes, of course I have your present. I thought we could have a bit of cake first.
Of course. I didn't mean to be rude.
That's no problem. I see you've become very attached to the flowers.
Yes, I suppose I have.
Well, how's school going? They haven't been asking questions about you running off?
Oh, no. It's just the same as ever. I suppose I should get mad if Gordon makes me look for your garden.
Even the flowers seem to have a special bond.
Yeah, we do.
Well, please, have some more cake.
Thank you. It's very good. You're too kind.
Good. It's a bit lonely here in the house sometimes. Perhaps I could accompany you in the garden from time to time.
It's your garden, monsieur. You don't need my leave to walk through it.
I ask only that I may accompany you.
Well, I don't see why not.
It's settled then. And really, the cake was nothing.
It's very good, though.
I'm sure my present won't be much either, but here. It's yours.
I can't accept this.
Please. I insist.
I really should be going. Marcy wants to, but really, I
Alouette.
should be leaving.
Alouette, I must talk to you. Alouette, what's the matter?
I'm sorry, Elwa. I'm just a bit distracted. What did you want to talk to me about?
I'm going. I've decided, just like I always said I would. I'm going to follow the river to the sea. And not just to the sea, but beyond it.
Oh, I see.
And you must come with me.
What?
Alouette, you must come with me. We'll dance on the beach. We'll eat nothing but peaches.
How far would we go?
Further than the eye can see. Come with me.
I don't know. Monsieur Armel has been so very kind and he's so lonely. I think he would miss me if I left.
And would you miss him?
No. Although, I think it would miss you a great deal if I stayed. Okay, I'll come.
Alouette, not even you can stop me. I am going. Won't you come?
Wow, that's just what I said. I will come.
My little lark, don't you see how much I'll miss you if you don't come with me?
But
Please.
that's why I'm coming. Wherever you go, I promise.
Very well. I guess this is goodbye.
Wow, why would you listen to me? Can't you hear me? You can't hear me. Gromer, why can't he hear me? Why does he not see that I'm going with him?
Because I did not go with him.
You mean it is you? It is your story? How could you? You loved him. I love him. Why did you not go?
There are many ways to love a person, ma petite. I have no regrets.
Then, Grand-père?
Oui, grand-père is Monsieur Armel. And he loves me very much. And I love him in my own way. He gave me the two things I treasure the most, your maman And you.
But Elwal loved you. Loves me.
I'm so sorry to disappoint little Lark. That's just the way it is.
I've got to go.
What?
I've got to go. Elwal, listen to me, please. Just listen to me. I am coming with you. I know this might be hard to believe, but things are different now. I am coming with you. Wait! Goodbye.